all. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains. And mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord God shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name, that he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the God of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the God of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old. But the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build, and another inhabit. They shall not plant, and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord.
Amen. Amen. So today, I'm going to be talking about something that's going to it's a good subject. And there's some things I have to cover today. What happened to a couple of people recently. I'm not going to bring out names out of respect for their privacy. But I am going to address something that only that person would know in order to help them. All right. Now, you see that he said that all things will be made new, right? I want you to understand that the life that we live in is a rerun. There is nothing new under the sun, family. Nothing new under the sun. Let me go ahead and go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 1. Go ahead and listen. I might go a little bit over, but listen to this. Ecclesiastes chapter 6. You can write that down in your phone or in a notepad.
Ecclesiastes 6. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honour, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. If a man beget 100 children, and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial. I say that an untimely birth is better than he. For he cometh in with vanity, and departeth in darkness, yet his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known any thing. This hath more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years twice told, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place. All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what hath the wise more than the fool? What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is man the better? For who knoweth what is good for man in this life? All the days of his vain life which he spendeth as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun?
Amen. So we see that the scriptures say there is nothing new under the sun. Shalom, Chicky History Channel. Glad to see you, fam. You came today. So we're going to be addressing us going around in circles. I saw somebody put up a rat getting off of that wheel. You know how when we in our life in this country, it's like we always busy, always got something to do, some work need to be done, something always something to do. And if we don't slow down, we're gonna wreck ourselves. Family, all we doing is living a rerun. Let me put up this what I found of a sister, and this is not to slander the sister, it's just to illustrate something. Okay, you see the sister right there. I had a dream. I believe I was like 17 years old, and in this dream I remember looking over at a big clock. It was a room full of clocks, and it was just something. It was an illustration dream where because I was in a dream and I was like, why is all these clocks over here? You know, pink clocks, brown clocks, grandfather clock, all type of clocks. Looking at it, and it's like, what is we supposed to be doing here? Like in the dream. And I walked out, wasn't nobody outside, everybody was in their house. I saw one of my homeboys in the dream from used to stay on the street. My grandma used to stay on, named Sam and Mamp them. And I saw them walking out there, and it wasn't nothing to do. It was like looking at these clocks, trying to figure out what are we supposed to be doing. You know, Shalom, sister, B Sparrow. So it wasn't nothing really to do. You know what I'm saying, fam? And I just remember that dream, and I woke up, and you know, some people say you cannot take dreams serious. You know, they believe that anything that like that, you don't take that too serious. And I remember we used to have nightmares and stuff, and that's a good time to try to comfort somebody if you know that they ate too much or whatever. But let me get to the meat of why I'm talking about the dream I had. There is nothing new under the sun. Once you figure this out, and if you don't know what we supposed to be doing, the only thing that you would find yourself doing, if you are wise, is sitting down like that sister, looking at that clock, asking, why am I here? Why am I on this earth? And so then desires of the heart, the flesh, will start coming up. You will start wondering. That's what I just played in the Proverbs. Better is the sight of the eye than the lust of the flesh. Then you will start looking at your fleshly things, because that'll rage up, and it'll make you feel like, okay, this feel good to me, so I might need to go ahead and participate in the lust of my flesh, because I have no other goals in life. It's nothing. Well, I got all this money. You got riches. You may be famous. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what else to do, you're gonna just lust. Now, you can't get mad at somebody because that's all they got. That's all they know. But you can be angry at them if you're in a relationship with them. But the problem with a lot of us is that we don't have we try not to believe in the standard of righteousness, going about to establish our own righteousness, and we don't submit to the righteousness of Yahweh. And in doing that, we create our own way. We call good evil and evil good. In this society where they say it's our country, our America, this is not our anything. We didn't come over here and steal this, Negroes. We're not no thief. If it was people out there stealing cars, right? And you wasn't participating in stealing the car, and now after you done begged the person that done been stealing, hey, let me drive your car, bruh. You don't know that they stole that car. And when 5-0 pull you over because they run that tag, and they say hands behind your back, or they might come up and treat you like a Negro. You never know. But you put your hands up, you put them out the door, they screaming at you, they treat you the same way. And that's why I told you, in America, everybody is not, see, a lot of people don't like this. Everybody is not no American. That's even if you got a citizenship. You got a citizenship, but you not an American. You are a captive of America, Negroes. And a lot of us don't like to receive that. When the master house about to burn down, we say, Master, our house, because we done lost our fundamental foundation of what we supposed to be doing. We're not gardening for our people no more. We're not building our own stores anymore. And everything that we do build, we got to pay taxes on it because you are under colonialism. Do you know, let me tell you something. In the days of the Maccabees, they knew they was under colonialism. They knew it. So when it was going around making everybody pay tribute to to Alexander the Greek, everybody at that time knew that they was captives. They knew that I'm paying tribute to another king. I'm not paying tribute to no rulers or leaders of my own. I'm paying tribute to Alexander the Greek. All our wealth, it don't go to him. It go to the other person. So even if you set up your own kings among yourself, you still got to worry about the lands, the laws of the land, wherever you at. No matter if you go on boat, no matter if you write out your own legislation that make more sense than all of the people that's saying they writing out legislation. No matter if you say I want to return back to the covenant and keep the law, statute, commandment of Yahweh, then you still gonna have to be concerned about somebody else wrote up a law against what you wrote. You understand? You can't just say, okay, these is my people. All right? We're not your people. So we're gonna build a boat without a permit, and we're gonna get on this ship without paying no ticket, and we're gonna jump and we're gonna ride across this water. We're gonna go to a country where we was taken from. We're gonna go in there and set up legislation, even though it was people put in there that divided the land according to Obadiah and according to the news channel, where they tell you in 1946 people came in there and divided your land. Okay, what the sister say? Shalom, Sister B Sparrow, and Sister Chicky History Channel say everything is a business. Unfortunately, right, sis, everything is a business. You know what I'm saying? Your children is a business. I heard a sister get mad online. She say, any man that say, what is my children, what kind of asset is my children gonna bring to the table? Well, America trying to figure out what asset is your children gonna bring to the table, because the school is raising them in a place look like a prison, and they got a 13th Amendment set up for them, and they got people out there doing free and cheap labor out there, you know. So you got a whole situation going on, and then you got people that's married going around sowing their royal oats, going around sleeping up with every female that he can touch, and we lost our compass. We got sisters that can't control their quiver, going around and putting all kind of arrows inside of her quiver. You got brothers that can't control their arrow. They putting their arrow inside of every quiver. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? We have lost our moral compass. We lost it. Now we can say, well, America need to do right by us, or the island where I came from need to do right by us, or Europe need to do right by us. But we have left the law, statute, commandment of Yahweh. We have left his command. We have left the commandment of our King. Many of us have lost our way. It's time to come back home. It's time to come back home. Let me say something to you. In some countries, I believe Puerto Rico, in some countries, in Puerto Rico, yeah, even in Puerto Rico, that hazing a person is a punishment. Hazing a person is a capital punishment. So, I'm gonna say for me, if I go around and I got all these women on my side, and I got a wife at home, I got women that I'm laid up with, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing things that's bringing shame to my wife. I am hazing her. I'm hazing her. And we know that Negroes in our community, we know that going around hazing somebody and embarrassing somebody, that's against the law. Even the law of Negroes in every four corner. They got a document out right now. It's a movie. I haven't seen it yet. It's called Foreman, and I believe Runaway Slave was talking about this. Runaway Slave. I believe I posted his video. Runaway Slave was talking about a documentary they got out about another portion of our people, because you know they took us from West Africa. Another portion of our people they took from Nigeria after they had done destroyed and demolished their country. Family, is my mic tripping up, or is it straight? Is it smooth? But back to what I'm saying. I hope that I'm being heard correctly and my mic ain't jittering. Because if it is, then I will have to come back and do this over again and fix it. But thank you, sister. But they had to lead their children. Thank you, Sister Chicken. They had to lead their children because they didn't have no money to take care of themselves, and their country had been destroyed. So they put they had to lead their children with white people. They called it farming. The brother was talking about on his channel. They called it farming. And back then they would lead their children with these European people, and they would be being racist out there and all that. And the children was left, some of them in their months when they just come out the mama baton out of her womb, and they was being racist to these children. Do y'all understand? If you give have y'all ever seen the Nature Channel if a hyena ever got hold to a lion's cub, what they'll do to that cub? And they left their children with these people. And like the brother was saying, we wonder why a lot of people is sambo, shucking, jiving, and tap shoe dancing like they is, because they done been brainwashed. They done been hurt. They done got used to that. They done got used to being a hop and bob and sambo shuck and jive diddly bop and running around destroying people life, going up there saying that Negroes should never have no history, that's unfair to everybody else that a Negro have a history. What about everybody else's history? Well, everybody else's history wasn't wiped away, Negro, Clyburn. Everybody history wasn't, everybody language wasn't beat out of their mouth, Clyburn. So we got an issue going on here. Our people, our foundation of our nation have been destroyed. And right now, with this case going on with Jeffrey Williams, they trying to separate Negroes. They ask, who is Aint? Hey fam, who is Aint? If I say Aint talked to me the other day, is that one person? How many Negroes is Aint? How many of y'all got Aunts that's your mama's brother? Or Aunts that's your daddy's brother? How many of y'all got T's, nanas, aunties? See, we say auntie. We don't say aunt. We say auntie with the T on the end. Nana, because that come from sprout. We say nana, auntie, because nana means tea plant. Na. So we say auntie. So we done lost our language. We done lost our way. And how do people try to get us together? Beat us, shoot us, put us in prison off of a situation that they done made. They done dropped all this dung and dirt inside of the communities where our people was at without no reparation. And they trying to tell us that because of the effects of us dropping boo-boo and dropping all this dirt in y'all hood, then that means that we need to put y'all in prison. And then when you put them in prison, they out there serving free labor. And some of them, they let them out on bond and they got to pay a fee. Now, I believe that would feel more freer to a person that done been locked up inside of a cage like an animal, 13th Amendment. But at the same time, if you gonna let them work, don't take all their money. Don't lock them up because they get tired like you did our ancestors. Don't punish them and put them inside of the hole because somebody hurt them. Somebody trying to hurt them and they trying to defend themselves. So they treat you like an animal. Family. A brother tried to defend himself and he got life in prison for self-defense. Writing up lies on people. And if you don't agree with the lie, you going to prison for self-defense. Or you going to prison because somebody said something to get, so they won't get in trouble because nobody don't want the truth no more. They want the lie. They want the lie. They don't want the truth. And the sad thing about it is some of our people, according to our flesh, will be standing up there on the podium, pointing at the prison, trying to put our people up in there. I couldn't do every job. Did you know that a prosecutor don't have to lock somebody up that's innocent? So they choosing to do this. When they lock up the innocent people with all evidence pointing that they're innocent, they choosing to do this. And the scriptures say what you desire to do to somebody else, that should be the judgment upon your head. So people don't want that. Remember when them females lied, when that female lied on them brothers and said that they had forced themselves on her? And she come out and she say she told a lie because she really liked one of the guys. And they didn't want to talk to her, so she lied on them and said that they forced themselves on her. And the ones that did lay with her, they said it was consensual. And she came out and she validated the truth. And what she desired to come upon them brothers did not come upon her. That is injustice. That's why people need to study the scripture. That's right. And our brothers, we got to walk on eggshells. Our sisters got to walk on eggshells. There's a brother named Cali Red. I want y'all to check out his page. I share one of his videos. He's talking about how there is hardly no dentists. Now, can you imagine if they think that the sisters that's trying to give birth to a baby don't feel no pain like the other people do, so they don't give them the pain medication that they need? Can you imagine going to a dentist that think that you don't feel pain? or that if you put your hand on their teeth, that they think their teeth gonna get dirty. Well, then then think of it like that. Then our people need to have their own dentists. That we get turned down for loans and stuff, or we got to go through their schools. Why is we learning in their schools if even when we get their degree, it's not sufficient? When the first doctor went over, the first European doctor learned from a man in Kemet in Africa, from the Hamites, from Ham. They learned from the Kemet library. They didn't learn from the European library. Now you can't go and get, and our people was in Kemet at one time. We was really in Kemet, not in make-believe, not in replacement theology. Our people was in Kemet because our brother Yabasap was sold by the Arabians, the Shahar Arabian. That means dark-skinned, because when you look inside the Bible and it say the black of the eye, you okay, the track is back now. Okay, thank you, OBS. So we back now. I'm sorry, fam. The chat was temporarily disconnected, and they got us reconnected. All right, so Shahar so that's all I'm trying to tell y'all, fam. We got to get back to the basic. Get back to the basic. And I would not feel safe laying down in the same house with a woman that I'm publicly hazing. I wouldn't feel. How do people close their eyes hurting innocent people? How do you close your eyes at night? I cannot close my eyes knowing that I'm going around slandering a woman with my actions. And how do women go to sleep at night? Hurting brothers. Going around, how do you go to sleep at night? So what I'm saying is that we as a people need to get back to the basics. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Understand that we live in a rerun. All we doing is living a rerun. You looking just like Miss Love doing on that Jeffrey Williams case with YSL. They doing a rerun. All she do is rehearse the same thing over again. That's all she doing, and she remixing it. You know how when you listen to a rap song that's remixed and it sound good because it sound different? That's all she doing. Miss Love is writing a remix, and I said under the chat, Miss Love, you is a good remix writer. I would love for you to write me a remix, because all you doing is saying the same thing over and over. It ain't the prosecutor job. It shouldn't be the prosecutor job to lock somebody up, and no matter what. A prosecutor job, if it's done correctly, they would lock the person up if they committed the crime. That's how the prosecutor, and that's how they come to an agreement. When the defense attorney and a prosecutor, when they sift out all of the evidence that's before the court, then those people who sitting in behind the beamer, which is the jury, then they can make a proper ruling. But if I'm twisting up facts and I'm twisting up stuff, I'm tampering with evidence and all that, I'm causing confusion in the court, because I'm trying to get a conviction no matter what, even if I see that everything that I'm doing is against the law of the United States of America. Now, they say you cannot use the Bible to bring forth the case. So why they say you can't lie? Because the Bible say thou shalt not lie. Well, the American law say that's called contempt of court, right? So even with the American laws, it say you can't come and do contempt of court, but they can do contempt of court and get help and assistance from people who's supposed to make sure that they're not giving no contempt of court. So what I'm talking about is that these laws of this land is not built upon righteousness, true righteousness. So we need to return to the law, statute, commandment, even the law that a lot of our people use at times when it's not hurtful to them. The laws of the country, wherever we at, we'll use that. The ones of us that done been brainwashed and done been bewitched with somebody done being a wizard on us. They swear on the Bible. Yes, you right, sister. They swear on the Bible, and they come up with witnesses that's telling them, they giving witness More than one witness said that this person did not do the crime. More than one witness, but let's call another witness. The other witness say, look, we ain't do nothing. The cameras that at the shop, at the place where Young Thug them used to go and sit down and watch TV was shot up. That place was shot up. The place where they used to chill and hang out at. How they? Why would they shoot at their own self and then go around and shoot back? That don't make sense. So the place where YSL and them sit down at and watch TV and get their hair cut got shot up, and they the one sitting down as a person that need to be locked up, and all evidence coming back saying that they innocent, but nobody don't want to listen to that. They saying, well, we need to bring in more witnesses. I believe one of the persons said they got 100 witnesses. You need 100 witnesses. A matter is concealed in the presence of 2 or 3 witnesses. Why do people put their hand on the Bible that they say they can't use in the court of law in America? And they don't go by not one thing that's in there. When it don't suit them, they switch over to something else. And I know we got to try our best, family, to not to get caught up on one of these eggshell laws that they done wrote up, that even the beaver can eat marijuana, but a Negro that's touching on marijuana getting locked up. But a beaver can eat marijuana. They eat hemp. Why they don't lock them up inside the prison now? Why they don't lock up the beaver? The prisoner should have some pets. If they gonna lock up everything, if marijuana, thou shall not touch marijuana. If you gonna lock up people for touching on marijuana or for having marijuana in their possession, then how come the prisoners that's doing free labor can't have no telephone and a pet beaver? How come they can't have a telephone and a pet beaver? Because the beaver's eating marijuana. And the pets, they should be their pets, right? Give them a collar. They done worked all that free labor. You should at least let them have a collar for their pet beaver. Let them have them a cell phone. What's wrong with them having a cell phone? Oh, so you could track their phone if you want to track and trace everything they do. 13th Amendment, and they say that America the home of the free and home of the brave. But a Negro can't even have a pet gopher inside of the prison because the gopher eating marijuana. The gopher eating marijuana, they need a pet, right? They need a companion. That's a emotional pet, because the beaver know how it feel to be locked up for eating food. Do y'all know that marijuana is food? But they lock you up for eating food now. Some things don't make sense to me. Did you know that the Egyptians used to bury their dead using crack, what they call crack cocaine? Did you know that the Egyptians used to bury? So if Joseph body was buried in the manner of the Kemet, then wouldn't it be possible? I think they made that out of the poppy plant. Then wouldn't it be possible that they put that on his body? If Messiah was wrapped in swaddling cloth and all that, like Joseph, then come on, fam. So they locking people up for being in possession of embalming fluid there. Ancient embalming stuff that don't even come from the lot of their inheritance. And they ruling over somebody else's inheritance. And if you, oh my goodness. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not, I'm saying that good is good, and I mean good is bad and bad is good. I'm saying the justice system, the balance is off. They say the Lady Justice, she got a blindfold on her face. I see but I don't see. I hear but I don't hear. Might as well put earplugs in her ear. And the only time they take the blindfold off, and the thing, Lady Justice just sitting at the courtroom just blind and dumb. A dumb, stupid idol sitting up in the courthouse. What it mean? Our justice is dead. It's whatever we say. Whatever you can prove in the court of law is what we gonna go by. So if you can't prove that right is right, if you can't prove that good is good, then we gonna rule in favor of the person that said that good is bad. Now all of a sudden, everybody is sanctimony. Everybody is righteous in there, locking up innocent people. Now all of a sudden you're not innocent until proven guilty. So family, look at the clock. What is Negro supposed to be doing in these last days? What we supposed to be doing? Arguing against the Bible? Okay, so they say, okay, marijuana bad, it hurt your body. Okay, so now let's keep these laws, statute, commandment. So the land that was taken from Negroes, get it back. The land that was taken from the native of the indigenous people, get it back. Go back to your home country. The people that's in poverty in America, help them with some money and let them go back to their country and build up their nation. Okay, we ain't gonna keep the law then, so what is you doing? So we living in a lawless society. They say they hold to the Bible, but they hate the Bible. They got the Bible in court. They put their hand on it with blood on there. They got blood on their hand. They put on the Bible and say innocent or guilty. Because how many people that rotting in prison right now that is innocent, but they could not prove that right is right and wrong is still wrong. So now they locked up in prison doing free and cheap labor. Come on, family, open up our eyes so we can see. Eyes, ayana, understanding. That's what Adam had in the garden. When he ate the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, then they understood the knowledge of good and evil. Messiah would have taught them, but they ate their fruit. And because Yahweh didn't teach them, and they got it out of disobedience, what was meant to be good, just like the law, curse them. Is the law evil? Yahweh forbid. This is why I know that still a lot of people that say that I the 10 Commandment hanging in my car. But if you was a lawyer, if you is a prosecutor, and you could sit down inside a court and lie on innocent people, knowing that they're innocent, all evidence show, all the witnesses say they innocent, and still lock them up. Still got them sitting inside a court with insufficient evidence. I thought that you're supposed to have all your facts together before you put somebody in prison. I thought you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. The case ain't even done yet, and the man can't even get a bond. But they let a woman out that pulled the chopper out from the back of the police cruiser and let off rounds out there. She got $1 million bond, but YSL, a record company that they trying to say is a gang, but it's a record company. I hope that they pull up they receipts. Happens all, that's right. I hope they pull up they. So if we not a company, why do we have a LLC or whatever one they went through with? We have a LLC. Here is our tax reform paperwork. Here is the bank studs and stuff we paid. This is what we done paid. This is a business. We paid it in the name of the business. Here is the place where we went. Take maybe rappers need to start taking screenshots and pictures of the places transferring the money over. Maybe they need to start taking pictures, because anytime you got to prove that a business is not a business. Okay, then so so this is what I'm saying, fam. I don't want to go too far in that. I don't want to have them people knocking on my door. But I'm telling y'all that we living in a lawless country. So what's wrong with our law, statute, and commandments? Why is we wasting time? What we supposed to be doing? What we supposed to be doing with our time that is allotted to us while we on this world, on this earth, that is controlled by the minority and not the majority. 80% of Africa is not Africa. 80% of South Africa is not South African. And the other percent is dictated by the 80%. Fam, it's something wrong. Even the book of Adam and Eve said Yah gave Adam something to ease his troubles. I'm paraphrasing. We don't know what it was. We sure don't. But weed was the first thing that came. Because that's what you used to. That's what we used to in America. That's what they used to in Jamaica. They say they want to laugh. Fam, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. They treating adults like children. And you know another thing I want to say, I believe this was elder. Elder was saying this. I'll share that page with you because I can't hardly remember his name, but I know who I'm talking about. Elder say, anytime one of the persons of the superior, what they call themselves, the superior race, marry somebody that's a Negro, what they call black. Look at the sister face. Anytime they marry somebody that they say is a Negro, if we treat it like children, held back, they won't let us have our own. They want to control and manipulate everything. Okay, then why are you marrying children? Let children marry children. Go and marry the superior race. Marry the sophisticated people, the high and the mighty people. Marry them. But I know a lot of us gonna get offended. I'm not trying to offend nobody. What laws we keeping over here? When is we gonna ever say wrong is wrong, is right is right? They treating adults like children. They trying to tell a mama how to raise her children. When she spank her child, doing what the Bible say, they put in, they want to take her child away and treat children like adults. That's right. If the children call, the children got more say so. So what is we doing here? What's going on here? And they let them change their sex. Exactly. The parents say I don't want my children to do that, but they say no. Your leaders in the community, some of them that got sense, say I don't think that this is the right way for us. They don't listen to them. They treat your leaders like they just a fart in the wind. They treat your leaders like what they say is like fart in the wind. It's here. They smell it for a little bit and it's gone. They don't like the way what your leader said. Look, we need fair housing. Oh, that's like a fart in the wind. They smell it. I don't like that, because that's gonna help Negroes. That's gonna help these people that we keep calling a color, Crayola, and then turn around when they say, okay, we Israel, they say racism because you making it about black and white, because you said black Israelite, because y'all done put over there white people. Well, we can't say that. That's anti-Semitic, to tell the truth, right? So they gonna cancel Candace Owens. Oh well. What can we say? Good is called good and evil is called, good is called bad and bad is called good now today. And now the mixed race children, not saying that we should hate them. They are born inside of a system that's built on skin color. So they still Negroes, whether if we want to accept it or not. They still Israelites. They still Israelites. See, a lot of people don't want to receive this. You got 4 generations. And after that fourth generation got a decision they need to make. Am I going to return to the law, statute, and commandments of my fathers? Because if a brother married to a quadroon, he ain't break the commandment. If a brother married to a mestizo, he ain't break the commandment, even though that's the last one. That's the last, that's that generation. So what happened if a mestizo married to a mestizo? They still mestizos, right? But what if they married to a quadroon? So they going back up Jacob ladder. But a lot of us don't receive this no more, because we say westernized theology say that's not good. But we'll say the sea turtle. The sea turtle, if there was 3 last sea turtles of males and females, we wouldn't say, hey, let's mix them off with the squeaky leg. We wouldn't do that if we're trying to preserve the sea turtle. If there was a way for them to say bison, the ones with the long hair and the thing with that got extinct in Europe, if they found a bison out there in Europe on a place that they never charted and discovered, Do we really think that if they found a female bison and a male bison, that they're not going to preserve that bison? We can't identify as Hebrew, but a man can identify as well. Exactly. Come on now, sister. Bring it. Ain't that something? You can't identify with your fathers and your mothers, but they can identify to be a woman. Ain't that something? And the leaders of these days look like they too blind to see this. They call you in a cult because you said that you was an Israelite, but they call somebody that can't figure out. Even some of the people in the LGBTQ community said they don't understand why people can't understand that. Even some people in the LGBTQ said that the LGBTQ wrong for that. Even they can see that's wrong. So fam, look fam, I'm about to back off of here and get off of here, but something ain't right, fam. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. Yahweh willing, I'll go live on StreamYard sometime early today, if Yahweh willing. And I'm gonna drop the link. And B Sparrow, Sister Chicky History Channel is real shy. And I guess Sister Chicky History Channel like her privacy, like privacy. But y'all keep Sister Privacy in prayer and keep all the family in prayer. Sister Privacy told me to tell y'all that she just having issues with phone connections and stuff, and she can't always be on here, but she having issues because of that situation I believe that's going on. And so y'all keep our brothers and sisters in prayer. I don't know what part of Africa, or is she in Europe, because there's troubles going on around here, and there are tremors all around. And y'all just keep the brothers and sisters in prayer, even if they tap shoe dance, and pray that Yahweh remove the tap shoe. Appreciate you too, sister. And I want to give honor to Yahweh and give honor to my wife, because she told me, she said, Calvin, I need you to go in there and talk. I need you to talk about this. There's somebody that I'm not saying their name because I want them to understand that everybody ain't out trying to hurt them. There's somebody, I'm not saying their name, but this message should help them because they being treated real bad, real dirty. And I came on here not just for them, but also I came on here for them, to encourage that person that if you can read between the lines, you will understand that I'm telling you that you're not wrong for what you're going through with. You're being wrong, and the other person, they may be blind to what they're doing to you. You don't have to leave. Y'all don't have to break up. If you don't want to break up, if he don't want to break up, or she don't want to break up, y'all don't have to break up. But if y'all going through troubles, kind of like back off from each other for a while until y'all can get y'all mind together. I'm sorry you're going through what you're going through with. But you're not stupid. What you're going through with is not your fault. You're not stupid. It's not your fault. No matter what you do, everybody has to stand in for what they do. It's a personal thing. Sometimes we may do things that we may feel like will provoke somebody to do something. But you got to remember, at the end of the day, all of us got to stand before Yahweh personally. So you could just repent for what you did and tell that person, hey, look, I'm sorry for what I did, but I can't apologize for what you doing. I'm not breaking up with you, but maybe we need a little time apart to get ourselves together, to gather our mind, to get some sense. We're not breaking up. We just getting apart to get some sense. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Some people may look at your situation and they say, oh, that ain't possible. Do it this way, do it that way. But they not you. They not there. They don't understand. So you got to move in a way that's going to be better for you and your household. But in general, we know the law. Let's return back to it. Adam and Eve didn't have to go and get permission. They didn't have to get permission to go and till no ground over nowhere. The earth is Yahweh's, and he gave it to Adam to till it. But you sanction from here and there. They got laws and stuff written up against you. But you got to move in a way that's not going to affect you and your family. That's why it's not good. When a man or a woman creep on a partner, it's not good, because now you putting the whole family in a position. That's not good. And the person that I'm talking about, nobody knows, but that person knows. And I'm telling you, you're not wrong for what you're going through with. And you can't expect to receive water out of a well if the well don't have water in it. So I pray that the person that's causing the offense will get saved and get some water in their well. And then they'll be able to walk in that light. But until then, we're dealing with it as it is. Fam, I got to go. And I want to say shalom to the hearers and the keepers of the word. I pray that you encourage. And I'm not no telephone person, so I ain't gonna get on no telephone. But I pray that you be encouraged and that Yahweh will give you the strength that you need to get through whatever situation you're going through with. And obeying your king is not a transgression. Before I leave from here, I'm gonna let a promise from the Father play. And then I get out of here. Shalom, Mashpakah.
Joel 3. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem, have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
No time shoe hill. No time dancing hill. No shucking jive hill. There's plenty sisters missing and plenty being abused. But when you look on TV, it don't be in the news. So what we gonna do is we gon' stand by and keep a gender war while watching people die. It's pretty easy to pretend that we figured out, but we can never really push a little baby out. Our sisters been here, my brother, through thick and thin, through the wickedness, yeah, even the same sin. There's no pain on this earth can compare to the way that it feels when the mother giving birth to baby. People trying to fake it but can never duplicate it. It's a whole lot of haters on this earth, fake it, they can take another reason. I don't understand how a man can rape a lady and he spend 9 months as a baby in his mama belly. I'm sorry for the pain and the suffering that you've been through. I wish I could do more but I'm writing this. Don't you cry. You got a brother here. You got a hug here. You got a brother here, sister. You got a hug here. Say don't you give up. Say don't you give up. You got a brother here. You got a brother here. You got a brother here. You possess the inner young clean, acting in the character. What you see is what you getting at the mass hysteria. But who the people? We the people. We belong to Allah. I ain't supposed to worship Hamashiach, but we calling on that iron essential prayer boy. She leading many to the fire, so that whip will crack a latch up to the shadow. Look, man, I'm sick and tired of waiting, searching, looking for somebody else. Danger everywhere. Every time you turn another murder, stuck up in his hellhole, waiting on that chain to come. Gotta do our time, but I wanna be free now. It ain't safe, no place on the earth we get it beat down on the folk corner many ways. Let's pray this track, get ready for the people that be praying for the sheep, devastated for the weak, seeking to lift the weak, who been beat by this wicked system. Although the people of the land of y'all should all lay captive on the folk corner soon to return, be encouraged. You got a brother here. You got a hug here. You got a brother here, sister. You got a hug here. Say don't you give up. Say don't you give up. You got a brother here. You got a brother here. You got a brother here.
All the brothers and sisters that's going through, keep your head up, be steadfast, be unmovable. Allah still love you. Shalom.